not a YouTuber, and neither do I want to be. I've just been really enjoying ReZero, and want to talk about each and every episode, I guess. And we've reached the mid-season break for Season 4, with Episode 11. Crazy that it's already been 11 episodes, and the season is already halfway over, because it still feels like we have a long way to go, so let's see how things go from here, I guess. Yeah, so this video is quite scuffed and kind of bizarre. It has both my initial reaction, in the form of a watch-along kind of thing, and then later this video I do a small little review of the episode, and theorise on things and look at things a little more closely. So yeah, watching the whole video isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I don't blame anyone for only wanting to watch the review and not bothering to watch my initial reaction, where I'll more than likely make horrifically wrong assumptions anyway. So yeah, if you want, you can skip around to only the parts you want to watch with the timestamps on screen. And there's also some in the description, and that should show up in the video player. So yeah, power is in your hands. Watch only what you want to watch, I don't mind. Anyway, with that said, might as well move right along to episode 11, so I'll do that. Into the reaction portion we go. Alrighty. Episode 11 of ReZero, and weirdly, no episode title for this one. It's just called episode 11, which, I mean, that works for me, because that saves me having to hide the episode title from myself, but yeah. Anyway, episode 11 of ReZero, starting life in another world. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. And of course, another skip recap button. Oh, okay. What is he? Oh, ice magic, okay. A trap. Amelia. Yep. Amelia knew something was off. But Subaru might see this the wrong way, though. He might see this as like... Maybe he'll felt talking if we give him a little pain. Oh, Ram. I get where she's coming from, but... Remember the Synod Bishop who could take others' forms? Yep. Which, I feel like the logical answer would be that, obviously, Subaru just got his memories erased, but part of me wonders if maybe the Subaru is somehow Rui. Like, actually, like, not just Rui, like, taking over Subaru, but... Gotta love Amelia. What happened to Rem? What was that? Maybe... I don't want to doubt Ram, but maybe Ram is Rui? Oh, yep, he got taken over again. What is he going to wake up to now? Also, yeah, I should have mentioned, I am still going forward with the theory that, this loop is set in stone, kind of. Oh, yeah, oh. But what does this actually mean, though? Subaru was here. Raid? Why is he... What? What? Okay, so is this a misunderstanding and he could actually go down here the entire time? Or is this a new development? And he doesn't know just how bad news Raid is. Yeah, what does Subaru Natsuki is here actually means, though? If it's not actually Subaru Natsuki. My assumption fell apart. What? Yep. That is the moral of the whole show. Don't go expecting answers, because you might have to wait 4 seasons to actually get them. Okay, is the tower crumbling again? This shot is very reminiscent of that. Here he comes? Who's he? Oh, Julius. No, it's the thing. There's multiple. What the hell? Okay, so they can come up here, I guess. What has happened? What did Gluttony do? But I am so confused. This is the perfect chance to get that guy killed. Oh, okay. It's back to this. But come on, Suru. Don't be. Oh my god, that smile. Yep. Good on you. Good on you, Subaru. That's very telling of Subaru's true character. He wouldn't be influenced that easily. Just dropping down like that. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, but why is there so many? And yeah, why is Raid here? There's so many questions. Oh. Damn. Those chopsticks, huh? Oh, yep. Classic. Classic raining blood. Trying to rip this out of my hands, okay. I guess that's the rules now. Okay, they're still here. But what happened to Amelia and Ram? Because they weren't there. What did Gluttony do? That's just gonna be going in the back of my mind this whole time. Maley's just gonna be haunting his mind everywhere he goes. After you wrung my neck. Or because he didn't. Or because he's didn't tell the truth that first time. And his gut instinct, huh? So Anastasia still has some influence. That's interesting. Where is the me you guys see? Oh. Continue this cruel act. Oh, man. Who would want to be Natsuki Subaru? Disgusting creep, oh my god. He's just bearing it all out there. Man. Wow. I can't do anything even if I want to. So please forgive me. Oh. It's not going to be that easy. Still going to need 7 more seasons before that happens. I wonder if they're getting the picture now that he's still Subaru, but just doesn't have the knowledge. Man, the way Arin is talking, she's like not even trying to sound like, oh, radical, okay. Oh, okay. So that's got to be shower, because it was a radical thing, but it's a some kind of insectoid beast. So it is what I've been speculating, but I think, but why is this happening now and not before? I'm so confused. Because when she died the other time, there was very clearly a human corpse. Okay, this is a scorpion. My God, so much is happening. So much is going through my mind. Yep, it's the same black and orange color scheme. So it must be shower. I wonder if the old Subaru would make that connection or not. Lost your memories, yep. Don't even remember when you took Betty. Man. At least it's... You may have forgotten it, but Betty never will. That smile. That tells you all you need to know. What why is this necessary mindset of any merchant? Oh man, so much is happening in this episode. Like, so much just craziness and... Oh, what? Uh-huh. Where are we now? Oh my God. Okay. Just... The limbs exploded and... Oh my God. What is going on? Like, this episode is so crazy. It's like, I can't even emotionally catch up. Like, what happened to Beatrice? So this is a unique look for Anastasia. And yeah, it's echidna, so... Oh my God. Human bodies are so painful. This pain is the only way I can repay Anna. What's with Anastasia getting bisected so much? Why now? Why now? All these elements of this arc so far, they're just all happening at once, and new stuff. Just, what are you doing? Come on, man. Only halfway through the episode, my God. I'm exhausted from... It's just rapid fire, just... Come on, Subaru, don't. You're better than this. Come on. You're better than this. Yep. Oh my God. Like, if we thought Arc 1 was a lot to put onto Subaru, then this is a whole other level. Sorry for doubting you. Just sitting on a body. Okay, and then this element comes in. Okay. So, comments inform me that the crumbling tower was Satella. but it wasn't very obvious in that episode, but it is now. Oh my god. Wait. I was struggling to think of why Satella would show up, but I wonder if when Gluttony took over, Gluttony mentioned Return by Death so much to where it summoned Satella, like what happened with Season 2. And that's why she's here. My dad left me from the bottom of the hearts. That's why I wish I could just disappear. My god. This is going to be so much to unpack. People who tried so desperately with all they had to be nice to me could never be bad people. Yes. That's why I should have died. No. No, man. You don't want that. Oh my god. All these hands. I love the visual of that. That was great. Over and over again. It just keeps going. Yes. Oh. Interesting. So, maybe it was... That's interesting. Was it Satella using Amelia's body or not? Because Satella wasn't there, but at the same time, it almost looked like Amelia just showed up on the scene. That's interesting. Come on, man. They're helping you because even Echidna was apologizing to me. Makes no sense. Her leg's blown off. Is Beatrice dead? Julius, take care of them. Oh my god. No. Okay. Satella's still here, somewhat. It seems. Can I just say the art direction this episode is fantastic. Just like so many shots, just looks so good. Oh, I'm gonna recap it for Subaru from Amelia's perspective, in her words. Just explaining why Subaru is so important to these people. I think this is too early for Subaru to get his memories back, but if this is some kind of turning point, that would be... I reckon that would be a good way to take this. Just recapping every arc. Just... from their perspective in the perfect timeline, so... It really goes to show like how great Subaru appears from their perspective. The date. Yeah. Apparently that date is exclusive to a vending machine or something, or pachinko machine or something like that. No, not vending machine. It's like a slot. It's like a slot machine, exclusive OVA. It is bizarre. Yeah, it's like reversing the roles of Subaru and Amelia almost, because Amelia didn't understand why Subaru was being so kind to her either, because she didn't remember the experiences of her being so kind to him before. No. Unless this triggers his memories. I doubt that would be that simple, but wait. The music almost sounded like the first ED. Someone who can take action, heartbeat. Oh my god. It's good for nothing, scumbag. I know that better than anyone. Why should it have to be me, huh? But you can do it anyway. It doesn't. At the same time, that doesn't have to be you. That it doesn't have to be you. It doesn't have to be someone else. It can be Subaru, you know? Great shot. Like, representing the Subaru from her perspective, but yeah, why? Oh. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm just absorbed. I don't want to just keep saying man this entire time, but there's nothing else to say. Like, and now he's having that connection with Amelia. Well, maybe it's because you're not a loser, Subaru. Maybe it's because you're Subaru that. Yeah, maybe it's because he's Subaru that Amelia just feels that way, you know? Oh my. I think this is Stay Alive, but like an acoustic version. I didn't appreciate ED2 until one of my more recent rewatches. If his name is Subaru Natsuki, then I'm a Subaru Natsuki. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting this ED. I might tear up. This is the use of this OST is just yes. Oh, diving into the unknown. If that's not representing just the growth that he can have, and just like that, you know. Yes. Stay alive, regain. Is this going to end with us getting swallowed up in that? And it doesn't even matter if this is where the run ends, you know? Because, yep, he'll remember. I'll remember everything. Even if you forget me. ReZero is starting life in another world. Is that the title of the episode? It's just... the title... Okay, so the run isn't set in stone, but... he doesn't have all his memories back, but... oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Well, that was the best episode of the season so far. Hands down. Oh my god. Oh, there is so much to unpack from that. Oh. I'm almost speechless, but at the same time, there's so much to say. It's just... oh my god. It's like half this episode was just event after event, just so much craziness that I don't even think a single rewatch will cut it. I might have to like do several, just trying to unpack everything that was in that. And even then, I doubt I'll get everything, because I don't get everything normally. There's always stuff I miss, and you know, I don't aim to get everything. You know, missing stuff and making false assumptions. That's part of the fun, you know. But oh my god, that first half of having so much, and then the second half. Oh, that was emotional. Like there's no other words for that. It's just, and I like that it seemingly Subaru doesn't have his memories back just like that. Like, because if Subaru got his memories back this episode, I wouldn't hate it, but I would question the sort of point of all this. But him not having his memories back, it's like the echo of the development we got for season 3, you know? Because season 3, you know, it was, no, it's just sort of saying how far we've come. And season 4 so far seems to be doing a similar thing, but like even further by saying like, this isn't just how far we've come, it's reminding you of who Natsuki Subaru is. And it wasn't just happenstance that he became like that, but it also shows how far the other characters have come. It's like, but that also in turn shows how far Subaru has come, because he was able to influence these people to then go back to influencing Subaru, to then just speedrun his development, essentially. But that episode, oh my god, that episode. See, if it was just the same Stay Alive, I don't think that would hit me as much. But it being this unique composition for this scene, that was fantastic, man. That was whatever the words people use for perfection nowadays. Peak, goat, raw, fire. That's just what it was. It did more than bring a tear to my eye. Tears were shed. Let's just say that. Oh my god. But yeah, there's so many questions from the earlier part of the episode, but it almost feels wrong to linger on them because of that excellent second half we got. But at the same time, it's like there's not much to say about that second half because it's just self-explanatory. It's just in your face. Just it sort of speaks for itself, you know. And this episode being so good makes it hurt all the more that we're getting a 2-month break, and now every Wednesday I won't have every Wednesday until 2 months from now I won't be having ReZero episodes to look forward to. It's a damn shame. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep every night. It's gonna be absolutely atrocious, but I'll deal with it somehow. Oh, but yeah, I'll rewatch the episode and get further insight and
just more informed thoughts on that first half of the episode, because that I was barely comprehending what was happening in that first half of the episode. Okay, I'll reword that. I was understanding what was happening, but I wasn't quite understanding why and what happened before that led things up into that point, and why things are happening now. And yeah, Gluttony. I think it's safe to assume that it is Gluttony doing this, but when Gluttony took over, Gluttony must have done some significant craziness. But why did Shala say? I am very much of the belief that Shala was a scorpion. I was very much of the belief even before we saw this giant scorpion this episode, because it just made sense of all the how Meili had that connection with her, the weird insistence from Shala that it was a scorpion's tail, just her being so eccentric, not understanding some human stuff, but living for 400 years but not being an elf or a spirit. Yeah, there was a definite things with her. But why is this happening now, and why didn't it happen the previous times? Because as far as we know, no one stepped off the property, which Shala went crazy that one loop when Subaru stepped off the property. But she didn't turn into a scorpion, she was just dead in her human form. She had human bones and all that human anatomy underneath. So what happened to cause her to become a scorpion now? And what happened that made Reed come downstairs, or even be able to come downstairs? And what happened to cause not just that centaur creature to be here, but multiple of them? Combining with the Satella craziness? There's so many questions. It's a lot to take in, but this was a really satisfying episode, man. I feel so good after this. Like, ReZero always brings up my spirits, even as messed up as some of the episodes can be. But this episode ending on such a determined note, it hits different. Let's just say, I loved it. Like, okay, like I'll go over my thoughts on this arc so far some other time, but yeah, safe to say, this might easily be already my new favorite arc. The arcs in ReZero are sort of close together in my mind. Like, they're sort of in the same sort of similar vein, but Arc 4, aka Season 2, is just sort of a step above, partly because it's quite a bit longer than some of the other ones, and so it sort of has a Phase 1, Phase 2 sort of deal. Sort of makes it be like 2 arcs in one, you know, it's an entire season. But this arc alone is, I'm already liking it at a similar sort of level as season 2 as a whole, and it's only just the halfway point. So how the arc progresses from here is, it's going to be interesting to see how I feel about that, because are we just going to be riding the sort of coattails of this high for the rest of the season, or yeah, I don't want to think too much of how they'll do this, because you know, as much as speculating with these kind of things is fun, when it gets to the meta aspect of to that level, it's not the most fun. I almost just prefer letting the show take me on its ride, but it is something to think about, I guess. But yeah, I almost think lingering on this too much is sort of doing this episode an injustice. So I think I'll just keep it brief, and well, as brief as however long this little first impressions segment has lasted, because for all I know, this could have been yeah, from the looks of things, this has been like 15 minutes already. But yeah, excellent episode. It'll be a bit rough that there'll be a 2-month break, but I can deal with it. It's not that bad. Okay, if it was like season 2, where it was like a 6-month break or whatever, that would be a bit more rough. Some shows have like year-long breaks for these mid-season things, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. But yeah, we'll talk about this episode more in depth because this was just spectacular.
We just witnessed an all-timer. Easily the best episode of this season so far. It's no contest. And god damn if this isn't already making this arc be a potential all-time favourite. Absolutely loving these full circle moments. Subaru inspiring his companions who then go on to inspire Subaru all over again. It's just great. Stay Alive is not the insert song I expected, especially it being a completely new rendition, but god damn if it didn't have me tearing up by the end. Like, Stay Alive is far from my favourite of the OP and EDs of this show, but even that had me tearing up from its utilization this episode, because these songs mean so much, and the songs have just that much emotion to them, even on their own. Like, a year or two ago, around the time of one of my rewatches of the show, I just sat down and listened to the full version of Stay Alive just on its own, and not gonna lie, even that alone had me tearing up. So it showing up here out of nowhere all of a sudden, strong emotions were felt, let's just say that. Especially everything that was happening in that scene prior. The art direction for this episode was really something special. The shot of Amelia's eye showing the reflection of Subaru. There's so much that just that one brief shot represents. It's incredible. And the music choice throughout this entire episode was very effective too. Even besides the insert songs, the music lined up with each scene and episode beat in a way that was so satisfying to watch. And goddamn was the voice acting even more great than usual. You can tell that the voice actors knew this was an important episode to get right, and damn if they didn't deliver. And just so many great Subaru scenes this episode. Him calling out to Julius, him breaking down and groveling in front of Aridna, the scene with Beatrice, him stopping himself from bringing himself to kill Aridna, the scene with Satella, the entire scene with Amelia. So many Subaru scenes this episode that would define entire episodes in the past are all just in this single episode of ReZero. If that doesn't go to show the strength of the character writing this episode, I don't know what does. And my god, that Amelia scene. Even just rewatching this episode, I was tearing up at that scene again, but even harder. It really is Amelia taking the lessons she learned from everything Subaru has done for her, and proceeding to give it back to Subaru, and letting him know that he doesn't have to be this crazy powerful protagonist. He can just be himself, and that's enough, because that's what she loves the most. It's really heartwarming and uplifting stuff, and one of those series-defining scenes, just showing what this show is all about. Heck, the episode is literally named after the show itself. This episode and this scene is important, especially because it's technically a reset and didn't even actually happen in the main timeline. It's still important to one person, Subaru, and it's indicative of how Amelia really feels, so it doesn't even matter that it got reset. She still feels that way regardless. It shows that the events of these doomed timelines, so to say, aren't just superfluous randomness. They have meaning. Sometimes meaning so strong that they're what define this entire show. And man, if that doesn't show ReZero's strength, just an absolutely chef's kiss scene. Now, going back to the beginning of the episode, Ram seems unaware of where Maylee's body went, which seems to suggest that Maylee's body disappearing was done by some kind of third party. I would have to assume that it was Shaola that did that, given her strange interaction with Subaru last episode. Though, what did she do to Maylee's body? Could the disposal of Maylee's body have something to do with Scorpion Shaola? But given how much other crazy things were happening after Subaru blacked out again, there could be any number of reasons for the transformation. Or I guess it's more of a de-transformation? I don't know. So yeah, maybe pinning that down onto any one thing is a lost cause. And yeah, Subaru blacking out again. Just what the hell did the possessed Subaru do to cause all of this? To make Raid come down the stairs, or even be able to come downstairs. To have multiple of those crazy witch cult centaur Marbeasts arrive in the tower. To have there be this giant scorpion creature who more than likely is Shaola due to Maylee's interaction and affinity towards her in the prior episodes, Shaola's association with scorpions, and just everything else weird about her biology and actions and behaviour. But
also have her body be explosive, I guess, and then have Satella just show up. It's so crazy. It was leaving me exhausted from how much craziness was happening on screen at only the halfway mark of the episode, and how any of these could have even happened. Just what did the possessed Subaru even do? So, the other times Subaru blacked out, in the static we could kind of see hints of what was happening. And now that we know that is something else taking over Subaru, and not the old Subaru coming back or whatever, we have an even better guess as to what was happening. The first time, possessed Subaru killed the Oiron Bears. The second time, he choked out Melee. But this time, they're really trying to hide just what this Subaru did. The only thing we see is possessed Subaru scratching on the wall, Natsuki Subaru was here. And we see nothing else. And just what does the phrase Natsuki Subaru was here actually mean if it isn't actually Subaru doing it? If this is Gluttony somehow possessing Subaru, maybe when they do that, they genuinely believe they actually are Subaru. Perhaps because they have his memories? Maybe in a similar vein to how last episode, Subaru was having a bit of a split personality and loss of individual identity after seeing Meilei's entire life. Perhaps a similar thing happened to Gluttony after eating Subaru's memories, and all of his past lives and deaths. It's too early to say, but just that one phrase is so fascinating as to what it actually even means. Raid. Just why is he here? Subaru was asking that same question, and Raid just says, circumstances change. Perhaps possessed Subaru did something in the tower so bad that it forced a change in the restrictions of Raid's boundaries and required him to intervene? Perhaps it's relating to those Marbeasts in the tower, and that's what brought Raid to come down? Just what the hell are these things? Why are there so many as compared to before, where there was only one? And they seem to almost ignore Julius when Raid entered the room. I wish I had some kind of theory as to why they appeared, but honestly, I got nothing. And the Scorpion. That felt so random, and it would feel even more random for people that didn't theorize so much about Charlotte potentially being a Scorpion, like I was doing for the past several episodes. And the bit with the claw exploding? Just so many crazy things happening this episode. Betty shielding Subaru from the blast was rough. And Satella. I think it's safe to say that Satella has a significant connection to this tower, potentially being where her body is sealed. And that potentially, in some of these runs where things go wrong, Satella is unleashed, I suppose. But they really make it ambiguous as to what is actually happening with Satella, and make it really hard to judge whether Satella is possessing Amelia or is her own separate entity, which doesn't exactly make things easier to understand when taking into consideration that the Satella we've been seeing throughout most of this show isn't even corporeal to begin with, just this ethereal aspect coming out of Subaru that most people probably can't even see anyway. Except, Amelia almost seems to see the tendrils smothering Subaru this episode. So, was Satella actually corporeal this time? But then, when Amelia slashes apart the ball of unseen hands, Satella is nowhere to be found. Perhaps this confusion could be caused from adaptational quirkiness, but it's something to think about. And yeah, I really just can't stop thinking about that whole last third of the episode, and where things will go from Subaru hearing this from Amelia, and taking it with him to the next phase of this arc, as it were. I'm so glad Subaru hasn't gotten his memories back just like that. Would feel kind of like these past few episodes have been a bit of a detour, but the memory loss continuing, with potentially maybe Nibiru being the one to secure the win for this arc, has me excited. Though, hopefully he does still get his memories back at most by the end of the season. And man, wouldn't that just be the greatest win scenario you could think of, with Gluttony defeated and not just getting Rem and Julius back, but Subaru too? Oh, would that be satisfying. And I almost keep forgetting, but the break time for this week's episode. Surprise appearance from Sirius, just being her eccentric self as she's being escorted to the capital, like we saw in episode 1. Still don't know what's going on with that whole side plot. Still doubt it'll become relevant anytime soon, but I guess this break time is sort of meant to remind you that, yes, this is still happening at this current moment in the story. And man, This episode was the exact thing we needed, especially that second half with Amelia and that whole conversation. I teared up a bit watching that scene, and then when I rewatched it, I teared up again, but even harder. And even still now, I'm still getting misty-eyed at it a little bit, I won't lie. Like, yeah, safe to say, I really loved this episode. And sadly, there's a 2-month break after this. But this episode was so good, I don't even mind too much. So, I definitely plan to keep on continuing doing videos like this for ReZero. But with that said, I'm not 100% sure if that will happen because, silly as it is to say, who knows what will be going on in 2 months' time. And I do very much want to keep making these videos for the rest of this season at least, because it's just been fun, and I really like this show and like talking about it, or rather, having an excuse to talk about it. So yeah, it's fun, and I wouldn't want to stop anytime soon. So yeah, I'll definitely aim to be back for the 8 episodes left. In the meantime, I'll probably do a couple ReZero videos in between now and then. I might do a video on some random miscellaneous theories I have, maybe a general video about how I feel about the current season so far. I don't know. I don't want to do too many ReZero videos, but at the same time, I've been really enjoying just gapping into the ether about this series every week, and I just know that I probably won't be able to last 2 whole months not talking about it. So yeah, any excuse to yap about ReZero. Yeah, totally. Not a YouTuber at all. Even though I fairly consistently upload videos on it every week for 3 months straight. But yeah, I could keep going on and on about ReZero, but the video can't keep going on forever. So yeah, that's where I'll leave things off for now. See you guys for Season 4's second half.